Tell us all where you went. Tell us all what you did.
I went to the DR.
The DR. Yeah.
It was a good time in the DR.
Tell me about it.
So the reason I went to the Dominican Republic was for my children. My children are half Dominican, half Polish, and their Spanish it's not the best.
And you want them to learn Spanish.
And I need them to learn Spanish.
Why do you need them to learn Spanish?
Because it might be hard for people to hear this, but I feel that if you are saying that you're X, Hispanic meaning that X, and you don't know Spanish, you're
basically just an American.
You're American.
With
Stop
a
saying,
heritage,
yeah, I mean, you have a background. Oh, I'm Mexican. I am American, but I have a background. My heritage is from Mexico or wherever.
Yeah.
But don't say I'm Mexican. No. So you need to know Spanish. I feel that you need to know. So I wanted to give my kids that exposure to the country, the culture, the way people live over there, and most importantly, learn Spanish.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you were there for roughly 4.5 months.
Yes.
Now you had plans to go more.
The plan was to go there for a school year.
Yeah.
So I would be coming back in June, but
family issues and stuff, you had to come back.
Unfortunately, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're glad to have you back, though.
Yeah, I am. I'm glad to be back.
This company wouldn't run without you. It can't run without you. So yeah, I'm glad you're back.
I'm glad I'm back, but
because we have a lot of projects.
I'm just sad that I wasn't able to complete my mission.
Yes.
And the kids, they gained some knowledge and definitely not fluent, so I still have to work at it. I still have to work. I have to speak Spanish to them exclusively, and that's what I'm doing. They understand pretty much everything. And yeah, I'm just going to continue in this path and hopefully go to the DR when I can. We talked about it. If I were to go, I don't know, for 3 weeks, 4 weeks in the summer and do a little working, while I'm there, it wouldn't be that bad. So that's my goal for the next few years. My son is 13. So if I do this, the way the way my mind works is like, okay, I was going to be there for 5 more months, right?
Yep.
So if I go for the next 5 years for a month, then it's like the same thing.
Up to when your son is 18?
Right.
Oh, okay. So, that's the same thing. Yeah.
Kinda. Not really.
Yeah.
Not at all, but it's like, that's girl math. That's Cynthia.
That's definitely Cynthia girl math.
Cynthia math. So yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're back, but tell me, tell us a little bit about, one, briefly, your JFK experience at the airport before you left, the TWA hotel.
Yes.
And then tell us a little bit about, what is DR like? Where you're staying and...
So the whole... that day we were leaving, it was hard. So because of work and stuff, my husband couldn't come with us. So it was just me and the kids. And we, just to make that transition, that goodbye moment
for the kids.
less painful, we went to the TWA hotel. We stayed there. Also, our flight was very early, so it was just very convenient to stay there and just wake up. I don't know. Our flight was at 8, so we woke up still woke up early, but we didn't have to wake up at 3 to get there. The TWA was great. I loved it.
What is the TWA hotel?
So it's a masterpiece, and they did such a great job preserving.
And who was the architect? Was a great modern architect.
Eero Saarinen.
Yeah, yes, he's done a bunch. He's done a lot. That's an era of architecture that doesn't really exist right now.
No.
There was a lot of engineering in that, a lot of thinking on the engineer and engineering and design
Yeah.
side. So it's a beautiful hotel now,
Yeah.
which was just the
The
terminal
one
for
that you know
TWA.
that kind of is similar to him is Calatrava.
Well, yes,
You
of
know?
course, yes. So for modern day architect,
Yeah.
Calatrava would be a comparison. Yes.
Right.
Hmm.
But yeah. Anyway, so they turned this terminal into a hotel, and it's great. It's really great because it's also like a museum. They have um a lot of expositions of the uniforms that TWA used from the 40s all the way up to when.
Just being a pilot and being a stewardess
Oh my God.
was the shit.
What an experience
Was the
to
shit back then. Yeah.
especially like that era when this was built, which was in
Yes.
the 60s.
Yes.
That era of being a pilot, a stewardess,
Mm-hmm.
like forget it.
Right.
What a life. What a life. And it's you're in there and you feel that you're in that era. I mean, they're playing that music, a lot of
It's like that movie
Sinatra.
Catch Me If You Can with
Yes.
Leo DiCaprio, right?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. It was like a big deal.
So great experience, great experience. I totally recommend it. It's a great hotel, especially if you're traveling. You know, it's convenient, so it's great.
Yeah, so now you left.
So now I left.
You left.
And
You get to
and then I
DR.
get to the DR and I'm staying there with my parents,
Mhm.
which was great. My kids having that
Yeah.
close contact with them day to day. That was just great. That was so great because they never really had that. You know, my parents live over there. We live here. My parents come. We go over there, but it's not the same of the living situation and just being together. That was that's an experience that we'll never forget. And we're very happy and I thank you for, you know, and allowing that. You know, it's not every employer that lets you go off into
No, guys, say no.
this
For your kids.
adventure. Like, oh, you know, I'm thinking about doing this. What do you think?
Sabbatical.
Yeah.
It's
So-
fine. It was
so,
fine. It worked out well. It
Not
worked out
really.
just fine.
It was hell, but
Well, it was rough, but we're fine.
but we made it,
And what it did do is that it put our channel on hold. We didn't
Yeah.
do anything. We wanted to do some Zooms or whatever from there. We just
yeah,
work and work and work. It just kept taking over. you
Yeah.
know? Yeah.
but yeah.
So what's the big difference? So tell us about the DR. What's the just give me the highlights of the big difference between here, like driving, like negotiating, like
Yeah.
dealing with money.
Yeah. It's you arrive and you really have to like chill. You really have to go with the flow
Island time.
and go on. You have to set your clock, your
Your
watch to island time, and you have to. It's something that you learn, and they like they beat it in you, man, because it's
you bring
like,
that American attitude.
yeah,
like,
no,
da, da, da,
because
da.
we had some difficulties with
Mhm.
just bad inconveniences that occurred, and here it's like blah, 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 you could get things done, and everyone's working every day. Everyone's working.
Mhm.
Over there it's like it's the weekend, and there's nobody working. No one's working. For things that people do work on Saturdays, but it's like it's a limited schedule. And then you have your the noon time. Noon people go. Like in bigger cities is different, but where we were was in Jarabacoa, which is up in the mountains. It's a town, and it's different. Like noon, things close at noon, and they open up at 2. So you have that 2 hour like slot where people are going home, people are having their lunch and taking a break. It's not. So that's one thing. That's another thing that
How about driving?
hell. Hell. I hated it. It's madness. It's just absolute chaos. No one knows any rules. No rules or what? Rules? It's just crazy.
Every person for themselves on the road?
Pretty much. Pretty much. And it's like you adapt too.
Mhm.
Because at the beginning, I'm like, oh my God. I mean, I've always driven over there when I grew up there, but I was a teenager, you know?
Yes.
And I didn't really drive much. And when I did, it was fun because it's like, yes, I'm driving, you know? And then when I go on vacation, I would drive, but it's like, I'm on vacation. I don't care. Like, this is all like comedic.
Yes.
You know, it's like, oh my God, look at that. And oh my God, look at that truck. It's overflowing with plantains. And look at that motorcycle. It has five people on it. And a baby. And the dog.
Right.
Like, all that stuff is like funny, but when you're there and you're living there, it's like, what the hell? What is wrong with you? You know, you start getting like road ragey. And it, listen, when I got here, my husband picked us up
when you came home.
When I got here to the United States,
right?
And I'm like,
this, yeah.
I need to drive, please, like, I have to drive. And I was so happy. You don't know how happy I was, not only to drive where people know rules, but the roads don't have holes. And
well,
I mean,
I know what you mean, but in relation to
no, it's like you can't avoid these potholes over there, and it's so that part, there has to be some work to that, because that's it. People die. A lot of people die.
Jeez, yeah. I
just had one of my parents' friends just died. He was killed like 2 weeks ago.
Driving.
He was driving a motorcycle and he was hit by a truck. And this happens every day. So
wow.
It's very, very bad. It's a bad situation, and something needs to be done because it's very dangerous. But yeah, I mean, that's one thing. But everything else is just great. Like, the people, everyone's so nice.
You go on your walks and constantly people are just looking at you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but
it's like, you were telling me, it's like, back in the day, like if contractors were working, they see a girl walk by, it's like,
yeah.
You got that, like, you don't get that here.
No, you don't get that here.
Right.
People don't even comment on, like, if you're whatever, attractive, or not even that they want you or whatever, but it's rare that you get a compliment here.
Right. They're complimenting you all day long.
They're complimenting you all day
long. Mi vida, mi amor.
Yeah, no, everybody's my love, my sky, my life. Mi amor, mi reina, my queen. That's typical.
Yeah.
But
helpful. Like, people are helpful.
People want to help you. People want to help you. People want to, especially if you have a little money, forget it. Like, people are dying to like be at your service. I love the Dominican Republic. I love being there and being taken care of. Like, I love that you can pay someone to do anything for you. Right. Your house, services, anything, and it's just so cheap compared to here.
Yeah.
And you can have anything just delivered to you, and that's
you had your kids driven to school.
No, I drove them.
Oh.
Yeah.
So who? Oh, no. Delivered the food.
Yes.
Their lunches.
Yeah, we had a driver.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, so the school, they weren't providing lunches, so they had a cafeteria that was the school was under construction. It was weird, but they made it work. Like, the way that they partitioned, they made it work. So the cafeteria wasn't functioning, and my kids, like, especially my daughter, she likes home cooked meals. Like, she wants food. So we would cook food over there. It's like noon is lunch, and you're cooking. Like, people are cooking. Yeah. So my mom would cook every day, and we would package up their lunches. Everything would be hot, delivered to them by a driver. We paid a driver he would go on his motorcycles, pick up the food, and bring it to them.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and you just pay them.
That's really interesting. Yeah, it's just people who do stuff to make money.
And it's like, everyone's helpful. Everyone's just...
No one's paying taxes on that money either. They're just collecting money.
Right.
That's the other thing. Everything you do here...
No, you pay taxes.
Oh, please.
No, but you pay taxes, but it's not like Here, you're paying taxes on top of taxes on top of taxes.
Right.
And then you have to pay more taxes. And the taxes don't end. There, you pay taxes when you're buying like property.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
One time, that's it.
Yeah.
Annual taxes? What? No, you buy a house, you're paying taxes.
That's it.
That's it.
One time.
And food has tax on it.
Yeah.
But that's kind of like built into the price.
They're more like VAT taxes.
Yeah.
The value added tax.
Yeah.
The most other countries add a VAT tax.
Yeah.
When I was in the Bahamas just recently, everything had a VAT tax
Right.
on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not. It's like built in, so you don't feel it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So what's your like conclusion? Like what are your final thoughts on the DR and your experience and living there?
So listen, it was hard for me at the beginning. It was very hard for me to adjust. But I adjusted like after a month. I was fine. And then I just want to live over there. I didn't want to before this. I felt that I don't know, like I need to be in the United States because the corruption over there, and I don't know, I just felt like I needed to be here.
Yeah.
But not anymore. I feel like I need to be over there and I need to be taken care of. And
taken care of?
Yeah. Like pay people to take care of like things that I need. Like it's so hard to do that here.
Right.
And just
everything. Just fixing a car becomes an issue.
Yeah. And it's just the culture too. Like
yeah.
People are just not nice here. They're not. Like, they're just not warm here.
When you say nice, like, explain, what do you mean? Warm?
Warm. Like, they're nice. Like, they're nice.
They're nice, but they're like, oh, hi.
Yeah. Maybe hi.
Or nothing.
I walk.
Or just, yeah.
People don't look. People don't make eye contact for a greeting.
Right.
Like, hello. No. Over there, people are going out of their way to say hi to you. And it's just like, yeah, I need that. I need warmness. I need to be able to like talk to someone and people just like being welcoming and then like the community aspect, like everyone knows each other, the neighbors, they're there to help you, like where my parents live, everybody knows each other and they're there for you, whatever you need. So that I love. I'm just in my head. I want to retire over there. Yeah.
Well, that's a goal. That's a goal that you work on and you do. Yeah. Good. But you can't retire yet. We have work to do here.
Yeah. Yes, we do. Yep.
All right. Well, I'm glad Cynthia's back.
Yeah.
Hopefully we could do more videos. Our channel was sort of dormant for a while, but I don't know what we'll do videos on. I think for the most part, the whole reaction thing ran its course, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
I just want to talk. We should just talk.
Just talk. And please, if you guys have any topics that you guys want us to cover, I mean, we could talk about anything.
And we will get 2 mics that are in our face, but right now we're still working on our old equipment. So we'll set ourselves up.
This is our new set. Do you guys love it?
I mean, we have to do the exit sign in the back, like. We'll figure it out. Yeah. But thank you. I hope you enjoyed this little discussion we had with Cynthia. She's back. So have a good one. Later.
Bye.